Hey there, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and anyone who's ever wondered if that penny rattling around in your pocket is actually worth big bucks. Today, we're diving into the mysterious, the valuable, and the surprisingly fascinating world of the 1963 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Spoiler alert, you might want to double-check that change jar, but first, quick story, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with finding rare coins. I once tried to convince my dad that my beat-up nickel from 1970 was worth enough to buy us a new car. Spoiler, it wasn't. But hey, turns out, some coins can be surprisingly valuable, and that's what we're about to uncover. Now, buckle up. Let's talk about the 1963 no-mint mark penny, what it's worth today, and how to spot a coin that might make your wallet a little heavier. Okay, first things first, what's the deal with no-mint mark? If you've got a 1963 Lincoln penny and it doesn't have a mint mark, that just means it was minted in Philadelphia. Philly didn't bother stamping their coins with a P back then. It's like they were too cool for branding. Now, a little background. In 1963, Lincoln pennies were made from 95% copper. So, even if your penny isn't a rare collector's item, it's still worth more than modern pennies, which are mostly zinc. Seriously, modern pennies are like the fast food of coins, cheap and barely satisfying. So, is your 1963 penny valuable? Here's the quick answer: if your penny is in circulated condition, it's been through the vending machine wars, it's worth about 2 to 3 cents. Yup, not exactly jackpot material. If it's in uncirculated condition, things get more interesting. These can be worth around $1 to $5, depending on how pristine it is, and if you've got one graded as MS 65 or higher by a professional service, now we're talking real money, like $20 to $30. Not bad for something you found in your couch cushions, but here's where it gets juicy: error coins. If your 1963 penny has a weird misprint, like doubling on the letters or numbers, off-center strikes, or other funky mistakes, its value can skyrocket. Some error pennies from the 60s have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So grab a magnifying glass and start inspecting. Oh, and don't forget about toning. That's when the surface of a coin develops cool colors like rainbow hues. Collectors go wild for toned coins, and if your 1963 penny has that natural eye candy, it could add some extra dollar to its value. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. How do you even know if your penny is valuable? Simple: check its condition, look for errors or toning, get it graded if you think it's special. Don't clean your coins. Scrubbing them can decrease their value faster than I can say Lincoln was born in a log cabin. So, there you have it. That 1963 no-mint mark penny in your pocket probably won't fund your retirement, but hey, you never know until you look. At the very least, it's worth a few cents more than face value, and who doesn't love a little extra change? Alright, folks, let's kick this off with a question. What if I told you that a simple penny, yeah, that little copper coin we all ignore, could be worth way more than a penny? Today, we're talking about the 1964 Lincoln penny. It's like the underdog of pocket change, the coin you never knew you should have been paying attention to. Whether you're a casual coin collector or just someone hoping to turn their couch change into cash, this one's for you. Stick around, because we're diving into what makes this coin valuable, how much it's worth today, and how you can spot one in your own stash. Oh, and trust me, there's a personal story in here that's worth a laugh. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what makes the 1964 penny special. You know the little D under the year? That stands for Denver, where this coin was minted. They cranked out billions of these pennies, literally billions, but don't let that discourage you. Among all those coins, there are rare varieties, errors, and conditions that make some worth way more than others. For example, if you've got a pristine, uncirculated 1964 penny that looks fresh out of a time machine, it could be worth up to $15 to $25. But here's where it gets interesting: error coins. If you find a 1964 penny with a doubled die, where the letters or numbers look like they have a shadow, that baby could fetch $50 or more. It's like finding a typo in a best-selling book. Collectors love that stuff. Now, let me break it down for my non-collector folks. Condition is king. If your penny looks like it survived a zombie apocalypse, it's probably just worth 1 cent. But if it's shiny, clean, and has a little extra pizzazz, like a weird mint error, you might have something special. Here's a quick tip: grab a magnifying glass or one of those fancy phone clip-on lenses and check the coin for any oddities, like doubling on the lettering or an off-center strike. Those are your golden, or should I say copper, tickets. Now, let me tell you about the time I thought I struck it rich with a penny. I was digging through a jar of coins, probably procrastinating some actual adult responsibility, and I found a shiny 1964 D penny. My heart raced. I googled 1964 D penny value, and for a hot second, I thought I had a $1,000 coin in my hand. Turns out, I was looking at the wrong year and mint mark combo. Classic rookie mistake, but here's the kicker: that 1 penny started my obsession with checking coins. A few weeks later, I actually did find an error penny worth $60. Not retirement money, sure, but hey, that's like a month of coffee runs. So yeah, moral of the story, always check your change. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Alright, so here's the deal. The 1964 D Lincoln penny is a great reminder that value can hide in the most unexpected places. Whether you're a collector or just curious, take a few minutes to check your coins. Who knows? You might find something that turns your penny into a pretty penny, literally. Ever feel like your loose change might be worth more than just parking meter money? Well, hold on to your hats, because today we're diving into the world of the 1973 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. Yes, that ordinary-looking penny in your junk drawer could actually be worth some serious cash, like, maybe even enough to buy more than a cup of coffee. Now, before you rush to dump out your piggy bank all over the floor, let's talk about what makes this little copper coin so interesting. By the way, if you're into turning small coins into big bucks, hit that subscribe button now. You'll thank me later when you're a coin collecting pro. First, let's clear up a mystery. Why doesn't your 1973 penny have a mint mark? No, it's not a factory defect or someone playing a prank. It just means the coin was made in Philadelphia. Back then, Philly's mint didn't bother stamping their coins with a mint mark. Lazy? Maybe. Iconic? Absolutely. Okay, so here's the thing. Most 1973 pennies are worth, drumroll, 1 cent. Shocking, right? But, and this is a big but, like, Kardashian big, if your penny is in pristine condition, also known as mint state, it could be worth a lot more. We're talking $5, $10, or even $20 for the really shiny ones. That's a 2,000% return on investment, people. Where else can you find that? Not the stock market, that's for sure. So, funny story, I once thought I'd struck gold, or copper, I guess. Found a shiny 1973 penny in my car's cup holder. I was so pumped, I googled it right away. Turns out, it was worth 1 cent. Yep, not exactly the jackpot I was hoping for. Moral of the story: don't quit your day job until you're sure you've got a winner. Condition matters. Look for pennies that are bright, shiny, and free of scratches. Think of it as the coin version of flawless skin. Errors equals $. Check for mistakes, like double stamping or off-center designs. Errors are like typos in books. They're rare and collectors love them. Get it graded. If you think you've got a good one, send it to a professional grading service. They'll let you know if your penny's a star or just a shiny extra. Right now, the market is kind of hot for old pennies. Depending on the condition, a 1973 no mint mark penny could fetch anywhere from $5 to $30. If it's a rare error coin, sky's the limit. So, yeah, keep an eye out. Alright, folks, now it's your turn. Go check your loose change, those jars in your closet, or that pile of coins you've been meaning to cash in. You never know, you might have a little treasure waiting for you. You're at the grocery store, casually getting change back, and boom, there it is. A simple, unsuspecting penny, but wait, what if that penny is actually worth more than just a penny? What if it's worth real money? Today, we're diving into the fascinating, quirky world of the 1977 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Could it be the jackpot hiding in your coin jar? Stick around, because you won't want to miss this. First off, let's break it down. The 1977 no-mint Mark penny, it's your classic Lincoln cent. No fancy metals, no crazy designs. But what makes it special? The no-mint mark part. If there's no little letter under the year, it was minted in Philadelphia. And believe it or not, Philadelphia didn't bother putting mint marks on pennies back then. Lazy? Maybe. Lucky for us? Absolutely. Now, here's where things get interesting. Not every 1977 penny is worth more than a cent. In fact, most of them are just, well, pennies. But if you've got one in pristine condition, like fresh from the mint shiny, we're talking MS 65 or higher on the grading scale, it could be worth $10 to $15. Not exactly retirement money, but hey, it's better than the vending machine snack you were about to waste it on. But the real winners? The error coins. Oh yes, errors are like the happy little accidents of the coin world. Some 1977 pennies have misaligned dies, double dies, or other funky flaws, and collectors love them. These bad boys can fetch anywhere from $50 to $500, depending on the error and condition. Not too shabby for something you'd normally drop on the sidewalk and not even bother picking up. True story, a few months ago, I was cleaning out my car, and I found a 1977 penny wedged under the seat. It was filthy, like, I don't know how old that free sauce is filthy. But, being the coin nerd I am, I cleaned it up carefully. Don't just scrub your coins, folks, and had it checked out. Turns out, it was worth exactly 1 cent. But you know what? That moment of hope. Priceless. And it reminded me that treasure hunting is half the fun. So, what did we learn today? 1. Not all pennies are just pennies. 2. Condition is everything, so handle your coins like you'd handle a baby bird. And 3. Always check your change. Who knows? That humble penny in your pocket could have a story, or at least a price tag, bigger than you'd expect. 1993 Abraham Lincoln penny. No mint mark. Your first thought? Is this worth more than 1 cent, or did I just waste 2 seconds of my life? Well, my friend, stick around because today, we're diving deep into this seemingly ordinary coin that might just blow your mind, or at least your coin jar. And spoiler alert, there's more to this penny than meets the eye. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's the deal. Most people overlook pennies. I mean, let's be honest, how many times have you walked past a penny on the ground like it wasn't even worth the effort to bend down? I've done it too, but don't tell my grandma. She's all about, a penny saved is a penny earned. But here's the kicker with the 1993 no mint mark penny, it might actually be worth more than a penny. Why no mint mark? It's simple, pennies minted in Philadelphia traditionally don't carry a mint mark. It's like they're too cool for labels. But here's the twist, condition is key. A circulated 1993 penny is, unfortunately, still just pocket change. But in mint condition, or better yet, a graded condition like MS 65 or higher. Now we're talking. Those can fetch anywhere from a few bucks to, in some cases, upwards of $20 or more. 20 bucks. That's like 2,000 regular pennies. First, you gotta check the basics, no scratches, dents, or signs it was used to open a soda can. Second, look for sharp details, especially around Abe's beard and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. A coin with full details and no wear is what collectors are after, and hey, a quick pro tip, if it has a rainbow-like shine, also known as toning, that's a big plus for collectors. It's like finding a penny with a built-in Instagram filter. Fancy, right? So here's a funny thing. A few years back, I was at a garage sale, because who doesn't love other people's old stuff, am I right? And I picked up a jar of coins for $5. My partner rolled their eyes like, really? More coins? But guess what was hiding in that jar? A 1993 no-mint mark penny in almost perfect condition. I sent it in to get graded, which cost me about $15, and it came back as an MS-67. I ended up selling it for $45. After fees, I didn't make a fortune, but hey, turning $5 into $45 isn't too shabby. And yes, I totally used the money to buy more coins. It's a vicious cycle. Now, let's talk current market value. Coins like the 1993 no-mint mark penny are what I call entry-level collectibles. They're perfect if you're just starting out or if you're on a budget. As of this year, prices are holding steady for high-grade examples, but if the coin market heats up, which happens from time to time, these could climb in value. And who doesn't love a good underdog story? If you're wondering where to sell one, online platforms like eBay or coin forums are great, but make sure you know what you've got before listing it. No one wants to sell a $20 coin for $1. Been there, done that. Ouch. So, the next time you're about to toss a penny into a fountain, give it a second look. That 1993 no-mint mark penny could be worth more than a wish. And if you don't find one, don't worry, coin hunting is all about the thrill of the chase. Have you ever found yourself staring at a penny and wondering, could this little copper coin be my golden ticket? Well, grab a magnifying glass and let's find out. Today, we're diving into the curious case of the 1995 D. Lincoln penny. Yep, the one with good old honest Abe gracing the front. Spoiler alert, it might be worth more than just 1 cent. Oh, and stick around because I'll also share a story about how a random penny almost got me kicked out of a laundromat. True story. Alright, let's break it down. The 1995 D. Lincoln penny is a pretty common coin. Billions of these were minted in Denver, so they're not exactly rare. But here's the kicker, some of these pennies can fetch more than face value if they're in tip-top condition or have something unique about them. So, how do you know if your penny is worth more than a gumball from the machine at the mall? First up, condition is king. Coin collectors use a grading scale called the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1, basically a beat-up pancake, to 70, pristine perfection. If your 1995 D penny is uncirculated and has that fresh-off-the-press look, it's called MS, mint state. A penny graded MS 67 or higher can be worth around $20 to $50. I know, it's not a fortune, but it's definitely more than a cent now. Let's talk about errors. This is where it gets exciting. Some 1995 D pennies have minting errors like die cracks, misalignments, or even the elusive double die. If your penny looks a little off, don't dismiss it. A unique error can make your coin worth hundreds of dollars. Yes, hundreds. Imagine paying for pizza with a single penny. Talk about a party trick. Here's the deal, flip over your coin collection and look for the D mint mark just below the date. That tells you it was minted in Denver. Next, inspect the coin's details. Does Lincoln's face look sharper than your ex's insults? Is the lettering crisp? If yes, you might have a keeper, and if you're like me and don't trust your naked eye, invest in a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. You can snag one online for under $10. Oh, and side note, don't use your phone's camera. I tried that once and ended up with a headache and a blurry photo of my thumb. Speaking of headaches, let me tell you about the time a penny almost cost me my dignity. A few years ago, I was doing laundry at one of those old-school coin laundromats. I was short a quarter, so I fished around in my pocket and found a shiny penny. Out of curiosity, I checked the date. It was a 1995 D. I thought, could this be worth something? So, naturally, I decided to examine it right then and there. Me, hunched over under the fluorescent lights, squinting at a penny like it held the secrets of the universe. The laundromat owner thought I was losing my mind and came over to ask if I was okay. Long story short, I ended up explaining coin grading to a room full of strangers. The good news? That penny wasn't worth much, but I made a few new friends who now think I'm some sort of penny whisperer. So, is your 1995 D Lincoln penny worth big bucks? Maybe, maybe not. But it's definitely worth checking your change. You never know when a little copper treasure might fall into your hands. And hey, even if it's just a penny, at least you'll have a cool story to tell, like that time you watched a YouTube video and learned how to inspect coins like a pro. Before you go, smash that subscribe button for more coin tips and tricks. Hit the like button if you've ever found a coin that made you do a double take. And drop a comment below, what's the most interesting coin you've ever found? Let's keep this treasure hunting adventure rolling. Thanks for watching, and may your next penny be worth a pretty penny. See you in the next video.